This video is to show you two great features that we've got in ClubEd now to help you manage your member levels. So in past that might have been called subscriptions, and in some place on here we still call it subs just because it's a shorter title. And also a feature that will help you manage your England hockey registrations now that all your juniors will have to be registered so that everyone is rightly covered by insurance and those kind of things. So I've logged into a ClubEd sample account here. You can see I'm signed in as me, which is ClubEd, and I've got a child on my system called Bart. Straight away you can see that this member here, if you look in the top member section, has got a red bit that says select a membership level. Now the change now is that all members will need to have a membership level attached for them to be able to access the playing function. So to get availability for fixtures or to book into training sessions, they will need to have a membership level, and that membership level will need to be a playing member. You can still have members that are social members or parent accounts, things like that. The system will force people into choosing what level they are, which means you don't end up as a club with people who are slipping through the cracks, or people in the old way where you set up a form and had people kind of almost like applying for their membership level, then has to be manually attached. It's all much cleaner and tidier. So the first thing we're going to do here is in this one, this has got no membership levels for this season so far. I'm going to set up some seasons. Now this change will apply for the 25-26 season, so it'll only apply for seasons from the 1st of September 2025. It will automatically kick in on that date, so you need to have your membership level set up prior to that, but it's really easy to set them up. So I'm going to go into the finance section. I'm going to choose subs, match fees and credit. It will load up a page and I'm going to go to subs setup. Now you'll see at the moment I've got no subs levels set up for my club, either in the past or next season. This is a demo account that's clean at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new subs level. And in this subs level, so I'm going to call it my adult player. So it's just my standard adult playing membership. I'm going to change it because we're currently, when this is filmed, in the 24-25 season still. So I want to make sure it's in that season so I can show you what it looks like for a member. But you're going to be doing this for any season beyond 25-26 because before that date the kind of automation of it won't apply. I'm going to give this a value, so this adult membership I'm going to say is £110, random number. I could put some further details. This is really great for if you've got a little bit like a student membership, which I'll set up in a moment. If you've got some extra requirements, so they might need to provide an NUS card or proof of enrolment on a course, or if you've got unemployed, you might need to provide some proof of that to offer a discount, whatever it is. So this adult player, it's a playing membership, so I'm going to tick the box and you'll see some extra options have appeared because it's playing. If it was a student, for example, I might want to flag it to approve it later. This person, because they're a player, it's going to be, we need governing body registration. You can set it for a maximum number of games, so for some clubs like to have like associate members or part-time players who maybe they're moving house partway through the year and they know they're only going to play like 10 games or something, and you might as a club offer them a discount because of that, and then it won't stop them being selected after that point, but what it will flag is to a finance member, it will flag to say that these people have exceeded or got close to their number of games that they're allowed. And it just prompts those conversations to say, well, actually, you've played your 10 games. To play anymore, really, we need you to upgrade to an adult member. Is that okay? And you can have those conversations with the player. You've also got an option to automatically add a credit limit. So what that will do is it will add a credit limit. So in this case, it will add £110 credit limit to the account when they choose it. And I can then choose to say, well, actually, I only want to offer it. I want it to reduce automatically after a period of time, and in this case I'm going to reduce it after 1 month. So effectively what happens is they choose their subs. If they haven't got the funds in their account right that moment to pay for it, it still allows them to buy it, and then it will give them a month to then pay the funds into their account before it automatically then gets reduced to cover by that amount. So I'm going to hit save, which is just under, you can't see it on the screenshot just because I'm doing a portion of my screen, but I'm here, hit save. So that saves that player in there, and I'm just going to quickly set up another one now for junior. So I'm just going to quickly whiz through this. 24.25. They pay £70. It's a playing one. They still need to be governed. I'm going to do the automatic credit, auto credit limit. I'm going to set it for 1 month. You could, for juniors, maybe flag for approval to make sure that somebody's checking that they are within the age range that's allowed. Usually it becomes obvious anyway. But I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to add a parent one in here. Now the parent one, so because everybody needs a membership level these days, I'm going to add, I don't want a player, I want a parent. Managing your child's account, something like that. I don't know. You can just call it parent, it's up to you. In here, choose this to not play but manage your child's account. And actually, if I put those details in there, I actually don't really need this bit here, so I'm just going to put in here and maybe non-playing, just to make it really, really clear. It does show anyway, so you can actually choose what you like with that. I'll show you what it looks like in a moment, but essentially that's that saying. I'm not going to make it a playing subscription. I'm going to make it 0 value because the parents are just managing their children's account. And I don't need to flag it for approval because there is no playing or anything else. They're not accessing some kind of discount that we need to check people are doing. And then I'm going to hit save. So I've now got an adult player, I've got a junior player, and I've got a parent account. You can add as many subs levels as you want. So now if I go back to my home page, you'll see I've got this warning saying select a membership level. If I click on this, it then expands to say, well, I need to choose membership level for the season. If the person is signed in and has dependents, just to be really clear whose account they're in, it repeats the person's name. So if I was in Bart here, it would say Bart above here, because that's the level that they're applying to. And all they need to do is choose what it is. It gives them information about here, whether it's a playing membership. So I've got parent here saying non-playing, but actually it does tell them it's a non-playing membership here. And it also gives that extra detail underneath. So this account for Club Ed person here, I'm going to have as an adult player. And as soon as I select it, it asks, just double checks, are you okay with it, the value membership's going to do, and as it's a paid membership, to change it afterwards you can need to contact the club. So once somebody chooses a paid membership, then to change it partway through the season, the club needs to do that, or the finance person within the club. So I click on OK, all straight away it reloads the page, and now you can see already I've got access to my training and fixtures because it is a playing membership. If it was non-playing, those two would be missing, and it would just say non-playing membership in there. So if I switch to Bart now, Bart is the child attached to this account. I've got my information checks that you set up like you always have, so I'm going to make sure I've completed my information check for Bart. So that's the same information checks, that hasn't changed at all. Now I'm going to click on select a membership level, and this is a junior player, so I'm going to hit select on here, and again, because it's now saying, it's just double checking, it's making it really clear that the person who they're applying this membership level to is the child. So it's saying the name again, and click on OK, and that person now has a junior membership. When they're signed into the account, so I'm currently signed in as Bart here, so if I open it up, there is also now a new section here that shows what membership level has been selected for that player at that time. So if I go into here, sorry, if I go to here, you'll see that the amount's been taken out of the balance, and it has been done, and now Bart's also been updated here so that the total has been refreshed. The wallet shows in there, but I've now got that allowed credit automatically applied, and that will then reduce automatically later on once the month is up, and but it just allows them to not hit any debt problems when being selected and things. What all that means is that as a club, you don't have to manage the membership levels, you don't have to ask and check through a list and potentially miss people. People will select the levels they've got. They can only play if they've got a playing membership. They can only access fixtures and training if they've got that playing membership. So it just means that nobody falls through those gaps. The one thing that you then need to just double check are things like that students have the right level and juniors and so on. In terms of checking the who's got subs and things, if I go to my members list, which is in the accounts, I can see all my active members here. I can also see a list view of various things like their playing numbers if they've got them, whether they're marked as male and female and things like that. There's a lot of demo stuff in here that doesn't have the male and female set yet. But I can also see my GMS registration here as well. So what the key thing with this is, I've got a drop down at the bottom that now has some options for me, and one of the options is to show active subs. So I can see now the people who've got active subs related to them. So Bart was the one that we did a moment ago. I can then also see that people have got no subs set for this season yet. So you've got various filters on here that you can, so just go to this one, it should allow me to show you the whole list. So you can look at people who are registered with GMS and not and so on, but the key one for now, because we're looking at subs, is whether they've got an active subscription or haven't yet got a subscription. So these are the people you might need to chase or check. So coming on to GMS, there's a requirement this year for all players to be registered, which isn't a requirement this year. That's a requirement that's been standard. So if you're playing league hockey, you need to be registered. This year the change is that any junior players have to be registered too. So it makes it a bit harder to make sure that everyone has been registered. There's a lot of change going on. A lot of people you need to make sure now are registered. So on here you can now say, I want to see everyone who is registered with GMS. At the moment I've got nobody because I haven't set any of these up. So if I go to not registered on GMS, I'll see everybody on my list. So it might be that I log into GMS and I look down and I go, right, Mo here, she is registered. This demo person who's now shifted to the top, this demo person, actually they're a non-player, so I'm going to mark them as NA because it doesn't matter to them. And they'll still be in the list because they're not registered. And this test person isn't registered yet, so they're red. But actually now, a day later, I'm checking again. They now are registered, so I can click the green button and keep on top of it. Because I've done those two now, if I switch over to register with GMS, you'll see the ones nicely in green that they've been registered. And if I now choose the GMS that are not registered but exclude the ones that have been marked as NA, because kind of it's expected, they're not applicable to be registered on GMS, you can then see that it's excluding those. So it lets you keep on top nicely of all those GMS registrations. So when a player leaves the club, if you want to deregister them on GMS because they've transferred, it's really simple. You can click on the X. Now this is a register with GMS filter, so they should disappear off this list, and they should now be added to the not registered back again and showing the red status above. Grey status means they're not applicable, because not registered, and then the green status means that they are registered with GMS. So you can really easily keep on top of those registrations. So just as a summary, in terms of actions that you need to make sure that you've taken as a club this year or in the next few weeks, go into your finance section. You need to do this anyway to set up your subs for your next season. You're going to go into subs, you're going to choose your setup, and you're going to make sure that you've got the various levels that you need for next season. But please make sure that you've got ones for things like parent non-playing, so that the parents can get rid of that red warning, because it's more comfortable when they've actually selected something.